Namaste everyone, yogis and yoginis. Changi Bell here today with another yoga pose tip. Today we're going to do yin yoga and the pose is called saddle. So saddle opens up the ankles and the knees, but because it deals with such delicate areas, it also opens up the quadriceps and the pelvic region. There's often a lot of supports we may need. So today have a yoga bolster nearby or a pillow, have some support blocks, and at least 2 blankets. Let's deal with the first. Often, the common area is that people are very tight in their ankles and their knees. So one thing you can do to support is use a block. Don't have the block long-wise so that it's sitting on your tailbone, your coccyx region. You do not want to do it like this. You do, however, want to have it widthwise. So you have it like that, supporting your sits bones, both buttocks, and you would sit. So that can help alleviate pressure if you have tight knees or tight ankles. So once that is in place, you're sitting on your sits bones, you can lean back into saddle pose. You would just breathe here comfortably, let your head hang back. You can stay there for 1 minute, 3 minutes, up to 5 minutes long. Now let's say your ankles are really tight. You can take a blanket, you can roll it up, or a bath towel, whatever is available to you. Roll it up, place it underneath the ankles so that it supports the ankles. And you roll it as high as you need it, as long as your toes are on the ground, and the same thing, lean back into saddle. Now you're supporting your ankles. And let's say your knees are the ones that are tight, or both the knees and the ankles. You can either remove the ankle support, you can take your blanket, you can fold it first, roll it up, and you place it behind the kneecaps. So you lean forward so it really gets in that crease on both knees, and then you sit back. So now here you see me supporting the ankles and the knees, and I'm able to just go back again. This is more or less an either or scenario. I don't think you would need this and a block, but it's not impossible. You can still place a block back there so you have a block, ankle, and knee support. And you'll grow in the pose. So my teacher likes to say, in normal hatha yoga, you use the body to get into the pose, but in yin yoga, you use the pose to get into the body. It's very inward focused. You want to get comfortable so that you can spend length in the pose, because the magic happens the longer you're in the pose with yin. So here, move the blankets out of the way. I'll take a bolster. Same pose, saddle pose. You want to have this so that it supports the length of your spine. So not sideways. I stood it on its tallest level. And again, I'll just go back. This is more of a stage 2. Now I can have my arms out to the side. I can grab opposite elbows up ahead. But again, I want to find the edge of my posture. So like the most comfortable, uncomfortable place there is. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it will to your body. Any sharp, annoying pain you want to avoid. If you need neck support here, you can use that block or the blanket. Again, I'm trying to find the edge of my sort of comfortable, uncomfortable place. And I'd remain here, allowing increased blood flow to the pelvic region and opening in the thighs, especially if you sit down all day at work. You're going to get that deeper region of the psoas insertion point. Some hip flexors here, and definitely ankles and knees are opening in this posture. And let's say a level 3 would be no support at all, sort of a stage 3, if you will. It's no real goal, it's just the goal is to be where you're comfortable. So I can go, level 3 would be all the way down with no bolster. So here I'm at sort of level 2.5. The indicator would be if your knees pop up off the ground, you know you've gone too far. So here I'm at a low setting of a bolster. I can fold up my towels and do the same thing. But I'm just going to remain here for a minute or 3 minutes. You're not controlling the breath, you're just observing the breath. And again, any deep pains come out right away. If you're comfortably uncomfortable, then stay in it. Allow the magic of the pose to happen. You'd come out slowly with control, same way you came in. Feels really good to come out of a pose. And then you get a counter pose going. We just rest either with knees bent, just to feel the echoes of that posture. Here you could do some gentle windshield wipers, or you could just take a baby shavasana. Or even better, a brief counter pose where you hug the knees in. Either grab behind the knees, or you can grab in front of the knees. But when you're done, rock back up to seated position. That is our pose for today. Thank you for allowing me to guide you and hopefully support you on your yoga journey. Namaste.